Oh, hello. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Lloyd Briggery, and this is BreakIn, which is a video blog of myself and a couple of my friends. We're recent graduates of the Kubert School of Cartooning and Graphic Arts, actually class of 2014, so I'm 1 year out. And this is a video blog that kind of addresses the biggest question that I get on a regular basis, which is how do you break into comics? My friends and I came up with the idea because we are a year out and we're on that journey. The Kubert School did a great job of preparing us for the real world, but nobody really knows. If you ask 100 different artists how they got into comics, you'll get 100 different answers. So we're going to update a couple times every month. Actually, you get updates every week from at least one of us. And we'll see what happens in the next year. I think it's a good thing because it's going to keep us all accountable. It's going to keep us all busy, working. We can tell you, the viewers, what works and what doesn't, and what worked for us and what didn't work for us. I'm kind of in a unique position because my current occupation, my day job, if you will, is I am the events coordinator for the Kubert School, which is so much fun. I can't even lie. It's a position that it keeps me in the network. I get to contact all kinds of very successful artists. I get to talk to all the editors and publishers from all the publishing companies around the country. I go to conventions all over the world on behalf of the school, and we do panels. We teach how to do comics at the conventions, at schools, local schools. We get invited to do these kinds of things. So it's a lot of fun for me. It definitely keeps me in the loop. It definitely challenges me to stay on point. Right now, you're even looking at me from my desk, so most of the day I'm here typing and sending emails, but when I get a minute, I'm back at the drawing board working on my skills. I once heard a famous athlete say that his coach told him, you have to fall in love with the process. And that's kind of the thing about comic book art that was an eye-opener for me. As a fan of comics, what I see is every week when I go in the shop is, boom, there's my new issue right there waiting for me. And I see, I go on YouTube or whatever, and I see my favorite artists. I go to conventions, I see them. And we get to see the kind of like the highlights of, or the glamorous side of what this industry has. But those high points are like very few and far between. What I've learned over the past year is that the process is really the bulk of, where your time goes, your time and your energy. So if you don't really love the process, you're really not going to love being a comic book artist because it's just you're drawing all day. That's it. You're sitting down at your chair and you're drawing all day. If that doesn't do it for you, that's okay. It's probably not the thing for you to do. And even when you do that and you do it well, it's a lot of timing. It has a lot to do with timing, personality, the needs of the company, or if you want to publish something yourself with social media and crowdfunding these days, that stuff's available. But you got to be more than just an artist these days, which some would argue it's a good thing, some would argue it's a bad thing. It kind of is what it is. My goals for the next year, I have several. I've always wanted to just draw comics. This is probably my third career, maybe my fourth. I was into a lot of things. I'm a veteran, and so the Army journey took me around the world, deployed twice, learned a lot about different cultures, got immersed in Arabic culture, European culture. I'm from North Carolina, Goldsboro, big shout out. But I lived in Brooklyn, New York for a long time after I got out of the Army. And now I'm in New Jersey working at the school, obviously. So one thing I have learned throughout all the different cultures and worldviews and different points of view that I've been exposed to, two things really, the biggest thing. Number one, there are awful people and very, very awesome and amazing people in every single culture and worldview around the globe. We have much more in common with everyone else than we have that's different about us. I can say that from experience. It doesn't matter, language, religion, your point of view, however you feel. At the end of the day, most of us are very much alike. And that's cool because I like to operate on common ground with people. So that was like the biggest life lesson for me traveling the world. The second biggest lesson, which I kind of love, is everybody likes a good story. Everybody. There's nobody that would say, I don't want to hear a bad, there's nobody that says, I want to hear a bad story. Nobody says that. I got a lot of life experience. Like I said, this is like my third career. I was an officer in the Army. Then I was a personal trainer and was working around the world doing fitness, which was great. And it's something that I've tried to adapt into my lifestyle because it helps. Because I sit down, I have a sedentary career now, so that's a huge part of my life. And yeah, I want to be a storyteller. So whether it's my stories or someone else's stories, as long as it's a good story, I'm pretty much in. So there's got to be a way. I think if I think there's an idea that's cool, I'm pretty sure there are other people out there that agree, and so it's up to me now to take the onus of that idea and produce high quality content, and always be making the next thing, working on something, always, always, always. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to show that, and hopefully, you guys will enjoy the ride. I'll try to make it as interesting as possible. I will say this, out of my whole gang, I'm kind of the old school guy. I like pencil and paper. Not crazy about social media. I do have a Facebook page that you can go check out and see some of my work. So part of my journey will be having to adapt to the times with technology and social media. As far as getting a DeviantArt page, a website, maybe even an Instagram. Who knows? I just got a smartphone not too long ago. I had a flip phone for years. It was great. So growing into that, you guys will get to see, and hopefully it won't be too painful or too emo. I'll try to keep it very direct and intentional. But yeah, welcome. Please, like and subscribe and tell your friends about it because it should be a fun ride. So look forward to talking to you guys next time, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.